Hello, everyone. Now, there's a question which I've been sent frequently over the years, and there's a question which I also asked when I first started swinging, and that is, do we have to do anything when we are swinging? My name is Rosie Kay, and I'm an open relationship coach and swinger lifestyle expert. And over the last 10 years that I've been involved in the swinger lifestyle, I certainly have encountered this myself, and I've heard this concern from many of my clients and also people who I've spoken to in clubs. Now, I remember when I first got involved in the swinger lifestyle, and I had a real fear that I was going to have to do something that perhaps I wasn't comfortable doing. And then later on, when I became a single female swinger, again, I was worried that I might have to do something I wasn't comfortable with. And with Swingathon event just around the corner, I wanted to make this video as I've received so many questions from people who are attending Swingathon who would really like some advice. So I received this question a few days ago. Hi, Rosie. I'm a single male who has purchased a ticket for Swingathon. I'm really excited about going. This will be my first ever large-scale swinger event, but I have a few concerns. Am I expected to get involved from the offset, and how can I watch without being branded a pervert? As a single man, I worry that people might expect me to dive in, and that's not what I'm about. Please, can you help me? So, a great question. And certainly when single guys have written to me over the years, one concern that a lot of them have is that they are maybe branded a pervert, or they may not be able to kind of watch and enjoy things because they're worried about how that might be received by other people in a swingers club. So thank you for your question. As you can imagine, a lot of people have written to me about these kind of things. And sometimes for a lot of guys, they worry about sexual performance, expectations, and the stigma that they face. Many men falsely believe that they will be expected to perform at a swingers party without any kind of conversation or consideration regarding what they actually want. And I want to say that here's a reality check, okay? Nobody expects you to be kind of ready for action the minute you step through the door. Nobody expects you to kind of have sex and then keep having sex continuously throughout the evening. That's not how it works. You don't have to get involved from the get-go. Whatever you think male swingers need to be like, rest assured, you don't need to be like that, okay? Sadly, there is a gross double standard concerning sexual performance and single male swingers, because female swingers, we are not kind of perceived in that manner at all, whereas for male swingers, I think very often they are guys often think that they're expected to be like this. I believe that the pressure that many men encounter is based upon an unrealistic expectation generated by porn, by misinformation, and by blatant false advertising of what the swinger world is all about. So guys, if you're worried, if you're not sure what to expect at a swinger event, it's not a bunch of men walking around with massive erections instantly ready to kind of jump into whatever situation, and you're not expected to be like that either. That's just not what it is about. Feeling pressure to perform, it is really damaging, especially if you haven't really been to many parties before. And sometimes the pressure that we place, it does only come from ourselves, and it comes from things that we've seen, and it comes from how we believe we are expected to be like. Also, I think it's really important to talk about, there's a difference between being a voyeur and being what you call a pervert. And what I'm going to say applies to all those. And also, if you're quick to jump on the he's a pervert bandwagon, then you need to listen up. Before you brandish people who enjoy voyeurism, perverts, remember it's unrealistic to get your kit off and have sex in a swinger club and be surprised that people are watching, especially if you are not in a private room or a private space. If you are comfortable enough to play in a more public area, then you can't get upset when people watch, essentially. And also, very often, the people who do play in these areas, they are exhibitionists. They like being watched because otherwise they wouldn't do it, essentially. Now, if you want to watch people, you can do one of two things. You can ask them for their consent. Some people are exhibitionists and they get a real thrill out of being watched. And you can ask them, is it okay if I watch? This can go an awfully long way. And as well as being polite and respectful, you can ensure that you are in the right area. If you go to a private room and you try and like get involved, or you try and kind of muscle in on a private thing that's happening when it says couples only, or, you know, it says private, then by all means, you know, that's not the right thing to do. And you probably will be branded a pervert, or you will be asked to leave. But if you're in a more public area, then of course, that's what it's for. So I hope this video has given you the advice you're looking for. If you want to find out more about this, and if you're considering going to a swing event and you're not sure how to kind of act or what to expect, head to my website, ThisKindaGirl.co.uk. The link is down there. And I've also put the link to the blog article that I wrote about this topic called Do We Have to Do Anything? And you can find a lot more advice in depth. I will be at Swingathon in a few weeks' time, and I'm really excited. If you're not sure what Swingathon is, then again, hit the link in the description for this video. You can find out all about that event. And I do hope that this advice has helped the person who has asked, and I shall see you all next time.